Now let us understand what is mind and how it functions, right? So I'm going to talk about my own experience and what I saw inside when I experimented inside. It is not derived from theories from any books or videos. So let us look at how it practically functions. Okay. So what is mind? Is this something you can locate it physically? No, right? You cannot see this. So we can call mind as a collection of thoughts, right? A continuous flow of thoughts, a stream of thoughts flowing every moment. So we have just given the name this continuous flow of thoughts as mind, right? Let us see how thoughts flow. So if you imagine, if you're standing in a platform in a railway station, the train, compartment by compartment, it passes through the platform, right? So if you see, if you carefully observe, that is how the thoughts also flow in our system. And the important point to note is your attention span is only one, right? At a given point of time, you will be able to attend to only one thought at a time. You will not be able to attend to two thoughts at a given point of time. So the attention span is limited to only one thought at a time. So now let us see how this functions in real life. If you closely observe, there is space only for one thought at a time, right? So, but because of our memory, we get a feeling that there is a thought which is constantly sitting inside. So if you see, if you have seen this in the movie theater, like pictures running with multiple frames, like 24 or 30 frames per second, there will be running frames of clips, which will give you a feeling that you are seeing a still picture or a movie, a motion picture, right? But it is individual frames of clips of scenes. So similarly, the thoughts, it is a continuous flow. It is not one thought sitting inside and waiting for you to push them out, or waiting for you to retain it, right? It is just a continuous flow of thoughts. But using our memory, because of our memory, we think that there is a thought sitting inside, right? Now let us assume a feeling or an emotion of sorrow or pain occurs in you, right? So now that occurs, and the moment you think that you want to get rid of this pain or sorrow, so the actual sorrow has already passed you, because thoughts are flowing in a sequential manner, one by one. So a sorrow comes, and the moment you think that you have to get rid of the sorrow, that actual sorrow or pain is already past your attention, right? But we don't realize that we kind of start fighting immediately as we see sorrow. Immediately we start our natural reaction, our natural tendency is to start resisting against it, and we start fighting against it. So fighting here means it's not a physical fight, right? There is a thought coming, and you do not want that thought, you oppose that. So it's a clash which is happening. So because of this, you constantly remember that same sorrow again and again, and relive that same sorrow and pain again and again, and start fighting over it. That's what is happening. And similarly, let us assume a positive emotion enters in you, right? The moment you think that you want to retain that emotion permanently, that positive emotion is already past you, because that compartment is already passed. But now you are thinking about, you want to retain the positive emotion. So that then again the fight starts, because the positive emotion is already gone, you are missing that. So the fight again starts. So you again try to retain, because then naturally it is already past, but you kind of try to start fighting against it to retain somehow permanently, right? So this kind of all these kind of negative and positive emotions trigger a kind of continuous sort of struggle or conflicts in our mind. So this leads to all kind of struggle and conflicts. But if we clearly understand, if we kind of test it out ourselves, that this is the natural flow of mind, this is how the thoughts are flowing, then we will be able to handle this instrument in a better way. That's the whole objective. So then if you are able to handle this in a better way, we will be able to. So if you understand that this is the natural flow of mind, and if you allow it to flow freely without interrupting the natural flow, then all your psychological imbalance or the struggles and conflicts will get cleared. Then you will be completely, you will be able to get rid of the emotional problems and the struggles that are happening inside, and you will be able to act in a well balanced manner, in an efficient manner. You will be able to perform your tasks in an efficient way. And That's what our objective is, right? So let's see the rest of some other details in the next video. Right? Let's see how we can function in the external world, and how the mind helps us in doing that, and what is the relation, how do we handle an external task, how do we handle the emotions, and all that in detail in the subsequent sessions. Thank you. Hi. So we kind of discussed